Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. My name's Carly Barnett, and we want to give you an update on breaking news that we have been following here at Atlanta News First. There are a lot of heavy hearts, we know, in the Paulding County community as well as in the Paulding County Sheriff's Office after they have lost one of their deputies in the line of duty. This is Deputy Brandon Cunningham, only 30 years old, and he was shot and killed when responding to a domestic dispute yesterday. I know we're coming to you a little bit later than we normally do here this evening, but that's because the Paulding County Sheriff's Office has just given us the most recent information and what we know so far. So we brought this to you as breaking news yesterday on Atlanta News First. We are going to bring you all of the latest details tonight on Atlanta News First. You can join us tonight at 6:30 and 11 on WANF, and you can join us at 10 on Peachtree TV. Our reporter Blake Devine is headed back out to the scene in Hiram where this all unfolded last night, and there was a large scene of law enforcement. This is his image right here. 30-year-old Brandon Cunningham. We are told he leaves behind 2 children. The latest that we have learned today, the Paulding County Sheriff's Office telling us that it was around 6 o'clock yesterday, a little after 6 o'clock, that Deputy Cunningham was gunned down responding to that domestic dispute call. They say a man ambushed Deputy Cunningham as well as his partner as they were responding to 30 Foggy Creek Lane in Hiram. That's in the Harmony Creek subdivision. They say Cunningham was shot just as he was exiting his patrol vehicle, never even seeing the threat before he was shot and killed. The sheriff's office says shots continued to come from inside of the residence, preventing his partner from being able to get over there and render aid. As additional deputies arrived on the scene as backup got there, they too were unable to reach him because of the hail of gunfire. This is according to the sheriff's office that they say was being rained down upon them. Now, we have learned that a woman was also shot and injured. The sheriff's office clarifying that initial reports had implied that a female victim was shot and left in a vehicle. However, they can now confirm that the woman has been identified as Kim Dao Vu, 52 years old. She is the wife of the suspect. Vu had been attempting to leave the house when she was shot by the suspect as well. She was taken to the hospital. We are told she is now in stable but serious condition. I have some more video here from the scene last night. There were multiple agencies having to respond to this, multiple SWAT teams being brought in. You can see the GBI on hand as well, trying to access this suspect in the home. Deputies eventually brought the sheriff's office armored vehicle, enabling them to get Deputy Cunningham away from the scene and into an ambulance. However, Deputy Cunningham was pronounced deceased at the hospital later on that night. As we said, multiple metro area SWAT teams arriving to the scene. They were able to make entry into the residence utilizing a Bearcat armored vehicle as well as robots and drones. When they did, they say the suspect, who has now been identified as James Samuel Atkins, 42 years old, was found dead, and he appears to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. They say this case has now been turned over to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. But the Paulding County Sheriff's Office, which was established in 1834 in their entire history, they say Deputy Cunningham is the first deputy to lose their life in the line of duty in their department. The sheriff there saying, quote, "We lost a hero last night. Brandon was a great deputy and a hard worker. My heart breaks for his family, his friends, and our staff. This senseless act of violence will never be understood. Brandon was 30 years old and leaves behind 2 children. Please pray for us as we navigate uncharted waters," end quote. Now, the sheriff's office also notes there has been a memorial set up in front of the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. It's a memorial patrol vehicle for anyone who would like to leave flowers or leave their condolences for the Cunningham family. At this point, funeral arrangements for Deputy Cunningham have not yet been made. We will continue to update you as we learn more about the services that are being offered to honor Cunningham's life. But what we know right now is that Deputy Cunningham, the first deputy to die in the line of duty in the Paulding County Sheriff's Office history. We know the suspect has died, who has been identified as 42-year-old James Samuel Atkins, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and a woman who has been identified as his wife is now in serious but stable condition. Kim Vu, 52 years old, remains in the hospital. This is still very much a developing investigation. We have a crew out there tonight to bring you the latest, and make sure if you have our Atlanta News First app, go ahead and turn on the notification settings. That way you can get breaking news updates sent directly to your phone, just like when this scene was first unfolding last night in Hiram in Paulding County. And we will continue to update you online as well on atlantanewsfirst.com. But certainly a sad day for the Cunningham family, for his law enforcement family, and for the Paulding County, and really just the whole state of Georgia. So we will keep you updated on any arrangements that we hear of. But in the meantime, the Sheriff's Office says there is a memorial patrol vehicle outside of the Sheriff's Office, and they are inviting anyone to leave cards, flowers, or any notes of condolences for his family. Thank you for joining us here on the First Alert Desk. We will continue to keep you updated until our newscasts. Again, you can join us tonight at 6:30 and 11 on WANF, and you can join us at 10 on Peachtree TV. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Take care.